Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on Balboabtw. And instead of this video, I want to show you guys basically the best samurai build inside the game. This build is absolutely brain dead, and I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the #1 PvP build inside the game, and it's probably in the top 3 of PvE builds inside the game. It's just like, if you want the most balanced thing inside the game, or I guess maybe the most unbalanced things of the game. If you want to be both good at PvE but still have an insane PvP build, this is basically the build that you're going to want to go, because the amount of damage is just honestly ridiculous. And I will be dropping a whole separate video on just the new Ice Dragon's rune, but just know the Ice Dragon's rune is the most brain dead thing inside the game I think I've ever seen. Like, the stuff that this rune does is just, it shouldn't be in the game, to be honest. It should probably get hard nerfed or something, because that rune is just, like, simply not fair. But yeah, let's go over the build, okay? So Everwinter. On Everwinter, I've Rune Golem, Mutated Frog, Dire Bear, and Agility rune. You guys can see the stats. It does 15% cooldown reduction, plus 6 physical pierce, a speed boost, crit damage, 30 agility. It's just brain dead, okay? Then we go to the vest, right? More physical pierce, a bunch of cold resistance, 43 agility, 21 strength, even more crit chance, even more speed boost. Then we have the Windborn Cloak. Unfortunately, can't get rune slots on that, because that would make this build even more brain dead, but still a speed boost and more agility. Then on the boots, we have Hill Troll, Razor Fang, Panther, and Wolf. And keep in mind, this build will be even better when there is another like good crown rune. Once when they add more mobs or something like that, there's a new crown rune, you know, obviously there'll be something to replace that there. As well as this armor actually got nerfed. This armor will be getting rebuffed, and it'll be even better. Then here you guys can see more buff duration, more physical pierce, more speed boost, more agility, more strength, just overall brain dead. As far as the rings that I'm running, Ring of Second Eye basically just increases your critical chance, which is obviously something good. Focus is this right here. So basically, you know, you can use more moves. Then 10 physical pierce, and then a shadow band, basically just more agility. Then for the weapon, here you guys can see Yeti, the new dragon, and Elder Tree. 10% cooldown reduction, more speed boost, just more everything, plus 13 physical attack, plus 5% magic attack. And then this is what makes it so brain dead. It gives the whole weapon another new ability. And the ability that it actually gets is landing an M1 or a critical attack will cause an ice spike to spawn above the enemy's head, knocking away who it hits. And it has a 10-second cooldown. But because everything else inside of this has a 25% cooldown reduction, you know, obviously it's going to do, it's in a proc like every 7 seconds. But real quick, I'll show you guys that, so you guys can see it actually spawns that. It does take a very long time to actually come down, though. You guys can see, unless if you're standing completely still, it honestly won't work. The amount of damage that it does, don't get me wrong, it is absolutely insane. Let me try to show you guys again and actually like stand still. You guys see, you literally have to like almost not move or run backwards so it actually hits your opponent. In PvP, it's probably never gonna hit. All the person has to do is dodge once. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it probably won't ever hit, but it is kind of crazy. Against bosses, it 100% will hit. But let me try to show you guys again. So right there, boom, it drops 60 damage. Is how much damage it does. 60. So you get a free extra 60 damage just for free. It's brain dead if it hits. And I'm not gonna lie, they probably could make the icicle faster. If they make the icicle drop even faster than that, this is gonna be a must needed rune on any build. But you know, I'll talk about that rune a little bit more inside a separate video. But yeah, the rest of the video, I do 1v1 someone, and then I also showcase it against the Drogar boss, so you guys can kind of just see basically how strong it is. But yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'll show you guys on the Drogar boss real quick, just basically how OP it is and how fast you can kill it. I don't know the exact amount of HP that this boss does have, but it is a pretty decent amount. One thing that I did forget to mention is the amount of like damage resistance you have, or not damage resistance, but I guess technically damage resistance in like PvE or against high level players, it's like 25% or something. But there you guys see, pop that, pop Relenting Storm, and yeah, boss is basically dead just off that. But we can do him Bear Fang, that's to make him bleed. Do that. Right. And honestly, I can just run until Relenting Storm's off cooldown. Put it there. And boom. And then, yeah, boss is dead. Yeah. The amount of damage the tornado does in PvE has to be maybe one of the most brain dead things I think I've seen inside this whole game. Just being completely honest, the amount of damage that it does, realistically, is just like not fair in any way. I do believe that there is other builds inside the game that can kill this boss even faster. But yeah, you know, you guys see how much damage it's doing. And it's not even completely Okay, how did that grab me? I don't even fight this boss. But yeah, you guys can just see how much damage it does. It's like not really fair in any way, but yeah, dead. It's like the amount of damage that tornado does in PvE against bosses and things like that with only a 10-second cooldown has to be studied, because it just really is that brain dead of a move. And you guys can literally see, like, you can kill this boss probably like 5 times in a minute. Like, it's really not fair. You pop this, do this. Okay, I really don't like fighting this boss, but that's okay. And just Relenting Storm, and then boss is dead. I do believe it would work pretty well against the new dragon boss as well. You kind of just have to wait for the right time to throw out your tornado. But in PvE, I'm going to be completely honest, a lot of your moves that will do good damage, but really the tornado is the only one that will actually be like insane, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I'll be showing you guys a clip of it in PvP now. I will be making a whole separate video talking about it in PvP and things like that, because this is like the best PvP build inside the game. So I do want to talk about it more in depth and things like that. But yeah, this was just an overall showing of the build. I would say 100% if you were trying to get this build, it would be worth it. The issue is without all the runes and things like that, the build is definitely a lot weaker. I would still say it's very, very strong. But without all the runes and things like that, it definitely does make the build a lot weaker. Alright, just to show you guys real quick, I will be dropping a whole PvP video on this build as well, but just to show you guys basically how strong it is in PvP. I just want to show you guys basically just how brain dead it actually is. So yeah. Honestly, I thought that move fits no matter what, but fighting a samurai as well. I don't know if this isn't my server or what, but I mean, you guys can see the damage reduction alone is already... Why is there a fraud, bro? But yeah, you guys can see the damage. The icicle right there, that icicle that spawns, literally does so much damage. It's like brain dead. This guy's actually like kind of knows what he's doing. I was kind of surprised. But yeah, you guys can see just the damage alone. The icicle, I'm not gonna lie, it does take a long time for it to actually drop. You guys see 100 damage in PvP. With this build, like, I'm not even gonna lie, because I literally just got on to record this video. I'm actually like not even doing good right now, and I'm just not dying because of the damage reduction and stuff like that. It's just like that simple. And the amount of damage that I do as well, you guys can see. I literally barely hit the kid, and he died. Let's see if one of them will want a 1v1. Nah, we good. Just the amount of damage that it does, right, is like that crazy, bro. You guys saw literally, what move was it? Mooncutter? Just Mooncutter alone with a crit and a normal hit did 150 damage. The most amount of HP that you can have in game right now, if you have like heavy armor, is maybe 1,250. It's just not like fair in any way. In terms of PvP, this probably is the strongest build inside the game right now. Just being like brutally honest.